Night, Sarasota on a Tuesday night. Woo! Wow. It's like Wednesday night in Sarasota, man. It's going to be good. Glad you could make it out. I'm excited, man. I'm very excited. Not only for the finals, but 5 days ago I became a new dad, so I'm very happy about that. And, oh, thank you. Thank you. My hamster had babies, and that was the closest I'm coming to having kids, man. Speaking of Dad, did everybody have a nice Father's Day on Sunday? The fathers out there, yes, nice. And you know what they said? I found this out, that the number one gift for Father's Day was a gift card. A gift card. When I was a kid, for my dad, it was a carton of smokes and a book on serial killers, man. We didn't see his ass all day, dude, so... But it's good to be here. It's good to be back in Sarasota. I've been working a lot, and I worked at a nudist resort recently. And yeah, thank you. Thought I recognized you. It wasn't so much the gig, it was the naked karaoke that freaked my shit out, man. Here was a guy, 70 years old, naked from head to toe, singing Chuck Berry's My Little Ding-a-Ling. I don't know if it was me or the drugs, couldn't tell you. Good week, though, good week. Celebrating my birthday this week, turned a big 5-0. I know. Got that AARP card coming, man. I'm excited. Yeah, so not so bad, though. My girlfriend actually asked me, she goes, what do you want? It's a special birthday. What do you want for your birthday? Anything you want, name it. It is yours. I said, I want a threesome with you and your best friend. And by God, she complied. His name is Roger, and he's really cool. Actually, she got on me a lot of rock and roll. I'm a big rock and roll fan. We got any rock and rollers out there? Rock and rollers! Yeah! And I ain't talking that new shit. I'm talking AC/DC, Led Zeppelin. That's my rock and roll, man. Last concert I went to was Alice Cooper. We got any Alice Cooper fans in the house? A couple of you? Nice, nice. I know I'm getting way too old for these things, man. First of all, I couldn't even get to the spandex. I was like, come on, baby, let's go! Then I get to the show. Now I know I'm really getting old. Alice hit the stage. I was like, yeah, God damn it. School's out. My back is out. We're going home. That's it. That was actually the very first concert I ever saw in my life was Alice Cooper. I was 14 years old, second row in center, Alice Cooper. Would have been the greatest show of my life. Except this girl was next to me, flashing her boobs, mooning the crowd, spilling drinks on people. I'm 14. I don't know how to handle this. I got home. I told my mom, you ever embarrass me again at another concert like that, you're never going to another one. And the Rolling Stones are getting ready to go back on tour again. Can you believe this shit? 57 years they've been doing this, man. If they're together any longer, they'll be called the Flintstones. Seriously, we get it. You know what I like to see, though? Keith Richards and Ozzy Osbourne in a spelling bee. Wouldn't that be fun, huh? The word is cat. Oh, wow, man. Oh, spell dog. The word is heroin. Heroin. Oh, goodness gracious. Good to be here. It's already June. I can't believe it's June. This year is flying by, man, And before you know it, the holidays will be upon us, as always. And I say this in every show, do one nice thing for somebody. It could be a friend, a family member, total stranger. Do one nice thing, because then we spread that around. And my girl and I, we're big into animal rescue, and I say to anybody looking for a pet, go to your local humane society or animal shelters. Lots of good little critters looking for good little homes, yes? Do we have cat people in here? Cat people? Dog people? Dog people? Ah! I love them both, man. I'm going to tell you right now, there's a big difference between cats and dogs, and not just that they're cats and dogs, but dogs know when they've screwed up. Like if you catch them crapping in the corner of the room, you're like, you bad boy. And they give you the sad eyes, the tail between the legs. Cats are like, you want to get that for me, Chief? I'm going to get down for a while. And get me the wet cat food, asshole. No more of that dry shit, okay? I'm just going to be rolling around your new pants from Walmart, smoking some of your shit later, and you wake up with my ass in your face. Because I love you. One thing I've done this year is move. I hate moving. Moving is the worst experience of all time. It sucks. And you know the crazy thing about moving? Is you can spend several years in one place, maybe longer than that, and look around and go, wow, we got a lot of nice stuff, And when you're moving, it's like, where'd all this shit come from, man? We have way too much shit. And, of course, I don't go with the local companies like 2 Men in a Truck. I got 3 drunk friends in a station wagon helping my ass out, man. We'll get that in. Trying to lose some weight, trying to get in shape. Can you guys tell I've been working out? Yeah, you've heard of Body by Jake. I got Body by Cake. Yeah, I'm athletic too, man. I'm super athletic. I was playing bingo last week, and yeah, you want to burn some calories? Go to a bingo hall. Sit next to a 65-year-old Yenta with 55 cards in front of her, ink doppler in one hand, cigarette in the other, going, "Keep up with me, honey, yeah." I want to call bingo one night because I have been to a bingo hall, and these people are very serious about this shit, man. But I would screw with them hard. I'd be going, B5. Oh, shit, I'm sorry, G55, I'm sorry. Right at the bingo hall. And of course, you have that one moment when you know you've taken shit too far. I was at Busch Gardens in Tampa recently, tried to get on this roller coaster called Montu. And if you're not familiar with it, it's a roller coaster where you sit, your feet dangle, the safety bar comes down like this, and the seatbelt comes up like this. God damn it. I'm getting on the ride. I'm not getting on the ride. So the attendant comes over, he starts tackling the safety bar like he's a linebacker, calls over his assistant, goes, "Roy, want to give me a hand over here? Bring the cattle prod?" They're making announcements over the PA. "Fat ass seat 9, fat ass seat 9. Attenzione, mucho grande, americano, seat nuevo." Shit. You guys are a great audience. Ready to get this thing going? Yes? Oh, I love the energy in here, man. Oh, my goodness. Well, you guys know what to do. I passed out the ballots earlier. I explained to you what's going on. Plus, we do have our judges tonight. Let me introduce the judges tonight. With us, we have Mr. Steve Eric in the house, and Steve has been a touring headliner for over 25 years. Has headlined this room, was voted Tampa Bay's favorite comic a few years ago. We have Mr. Scott Novotny. Scott is also a touring headliner for over 30 years. Has headlined this room and many rooms across the country, and was done some writing for Saturday Night Live. And then our final judge, the man whose name is on the building, Mr. Les McCurdy in the house tonight, being one of our judges. Yes! This is some great energy, man. So now what you guys get to do is you get to kick back, listen and laugh, enjoy these people. You're going to have a great time with them. Let me tell you, all 9 of them deserve to be here, and all 9 of them deserve to win. But we're going to pick one winner tonight, and that winner will get a cash prize, 5 minutes during a professional show, and then be part of our podcast here as well at McCurdy's Comedy Theater. And with that said, are you ready? I don't know. Let's hear it. Are you ready? Well, keep the applause going for your first performer. Give it up for Tera Zimmerman, everybody. Tera!
Hey, y'all. How's everybody doing? Good. I'm so happy to be here. I'm happy to be anywhere because I'm married, have kids and a job. Just cuts into my life something ferocious, I tell you. But I did have fun this past weekend. I did. I went to something called a games night. Y'all familiar with what a games night is? Let me tell you. It's when married people with children and jobs get together when they're not working and play board games. It's as fun as it sounds, I'll tell you. But anyway, my friend who was having the games night didn't have a lot of games, so she asked me if I had any. I said, yeah, for sure. So I brought that game Operation. Y'all familiar with Operation? That's that game with the guy with the big belly and the nose and, and you take out his bones with tweezers. Well, I thought that'd be fun. So I brought that game over and I laid it on the table, took the lid off the game, and guess what I found? A bag of marijuana. And it wasn't mine. It wasn't mine. But, I don't judge. I don't. It's legal with a card. None of us had a card, but it is legal with a card. And I am the mother of 2 young adult children, and one of my children lives in Oregon now, and it's legal in Oregon, which didn't take then a whole lot of sleuthing on my part to figure out who it belonged to at my house. But I'm going to tell y'all something. That's the best dang games night we ever had. I don't even know what we played. Had a lot of snacks. We're going to do it again next week at my house. Yeah, we are. Anybody out there married? Woo! You're the most excited bunch to be married I've had in a while, I tell you what. Yeah. Anybody in a relationship? It don't have to be good. It's all right. I have been married to my beloved husband, Bob, for 29 fun-filled years. That's right. There he is, Bob. And we've been married to each other the whole time at the same time with no breaks. I have to preface that because one time I was at a Christian comedy show and a gentleman comedian went on before me and said that he had been married for over 40 years. And everybody clapped and got all excited till he said to 7 different women. People don't like that. They don't like that. But anytime you've been married or been with anybody for that long a time, it can get monotonous. It can, y'all, I'll tell you. So I decided to spice up our love life. So I went online and I ordered a naughty leather and lace bustier. But I have some advice for y'all. If you go online and order something of a personal nature, don't order it from China. Some of y'all know. There is a slight sizing discrepancy. Am I right? Between China and the United States. For instance, a size large in China does not fit my size large American body. But I was looking at that little bustier, and it was so dang cute in the little box and everything. I said, I can get in there. I think I can get in there. So I wedged myself into that little bustier. Y'all, something happened. I expanded, it contracted. Something shifted during flight. But there was a problem because I was trapped in that there bustier. And I was running out of oxygen, so I went waddling out to the kitchen. Bob looked at me and said, "My God, what'd you do to yourself?" I said, "Shut up and help me." So he dug around in the cabinets and such, and he found something, I don't know. Y'all, he sliced up the back of that bustier. That sucker flew across the room, took out the cat, scared the hell out of the dog, and broke half my grandmama's good china. It was pitiful. Y'all remember when you was first in love with your beloved and you'd walk out naked in front of him? All provocative. Didn't need no bustier or nothing. And they'd say, "Ooh." Now I walk out naked in front of Bob and he says, "Aren't you cold?" That's my time, y'all. Thank you so much. My name's Tera Zimmerman.
Tera Zimmerman, everybody. Contestant number 1. Tera Zimmerman, if you're keeping score. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your next performer. Give it up for Mr. Brad Gilmore, everybody. Brad!
McCurdy's, how we doing? Oh, you guys are a lovely audience. I know you're looking at me, you see a black guy, bigger dude, some tattoos, some dreadlocks. Like, this guy must be a thug. Nope. I'm pretty geeky, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty geeky. Perception can be deceiving at times. I'm not like a thug at all. I'm like a starter thug. Like, if you want to date like a tough black guy, you try me out first. I'm like a floor model thug. I'm like the shallow end of the water you dip your toe into before you dive into 11.5 inches of Tyrone. That's where I rate on the thug scale, pretty much. And don't get it twisted. It's not that I'm not doing okay down here, but as in all things in life, it's all about location. And if you look at my penis's upstairs neighbor, well, it's pretty dwarfing to most things. You can take the tallest building in the world and put it next to a mountain, and people will be like, "Oh my God, look at that majestic mountain. It's so big and it's so beautiful. Who put this tiny building over here?" Hey, everybody, come look at this small little building. I'm not sucking that building. It's too tiny. It's too tiny. Oh, man. It's great. And I always have to figure out where to put my belly at during sex, especially if she wants to do it doggy style, which there's no option but, try and gently place it upon her backside. But you can't do that. This thing is very heavy. Very, very heavy. She's like, "Go ahead and hit it from behind, Big Papa." And I'm like, "Okay. Here I go." Just put 5 gallons of mayonnaise on my back? Did you put 3 honey baked hams on my back? What are you doing? It's crazy. Like I said, I'm a big nerd. I love superheroes. My favorite superhero is Aquaman. Yes, I know it's lame. Thank you. We got some Aquaman fans. But if you think about Aquaman's powers, he's really, really strong. He can breathe underwater. He can talk to fish. If you break it down like that, if he wants to, he can have sex with a mermaid. And I know what you guys think around it. You're saying, Brad, mermaids don't exist. Look, you guys call them manatees. I call them mermaids. Okay? Have you seen their lumpy faces? They're cute as hell, man. I'd totally have sex with a manatee. It'd be the easiest date ever. It'd be like, hey, babe, what do you want for dinner tonight? Lettuce, I got you. Buy one, get one free in Winn-Dixie. And then when you're done, you just swim away. And she'd be like, boo. It's a manatee sex noise. If you ever hear that out in the river, get out of the water, ladies and gentlemen. There are manatees begging. Oh, what else is going on? Trump's president, that's still a thing. Oh, man, 3 years into it. I don't think he's going to make it, personally. When I say that, I don't think that anybody's going to kill him, because even though I don't agree with his policies, I don't wish that on anybody. I just think he's too old to be president of the United States. He's 73 years old. You've seen what this job has done to past presidents. Remember how good Barack Obama looked when he was running for president? 2008, look, I'm not gay, but Barack Obama would have texted me in 2008 talking about some you up followed by eggplant emoji. Maybe I am, Barack. Maybe I am. Shit, I put my belly on him. You like that? Yeah, he's the leader of the free world, but in the bedroom, he's calling me daddy. Hey, Barack, can we try a doggy style? Yes, we can. Hey, Barack, can we do reverse cowgirl? Yes, we can. It'd be great. It'd be great. I actually did find somebody, and it's good. It's going good. I got to say, I don't like to use the word love, but I'm going to say it. I love her. I love her, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I went over to her house the other day, and she's like, hey, I want to try something different. I was like, okay. So she takes me to her bedroom, and she lays me down on the bed. I'm like, ooh, this is hot. There's like candles lit everywhere. And she goes to her drawer, and she pulls like this lacy rope. And I'm like, ooh, what are you going to do with that? She says, I'm going to tie you up with it, silly. I was like, ooh, hell yeah, that is hot as hell. Then she goes to another drawer, and she brings out like this oil. I'm like, ooh, what are you going to do with that? She says, I'm going to rub it over every inch of your body. And I was like, ooh, it's going to take a while, but if you're willing to commit to this, I'll go through it. It's a lot of surface area. Then she goes to the bottom drawer, and she pulls out this whip, one of those whips with the cat of nine tails. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, ooh, what are you going to do with that? And she says, I'm going to beat you with it, silly. And I was like, ooh, no the fuck you are not, ma'am. There's nothing sexy about tying up a black man and beating him with a whip, all right? I'm trying to have an orgasm, not recreate a scene from Roots. Now untie me, go put on the Barack Obama mask, and let me put my belly on you like a normal Tuesday night. Quit being weird. Then she turned back around and she looked me in the eyes, and I was like, I'm sorry, baby. And she said, and that's how I knew it was love. Hey guys, that's my time. Thank you so much.
Brad Gilmore, everybody. Very nice, Brad. That's our second contestant. And please help me welcome to the stage your next performer. Give it up for JoJo Cillus, everybody. JoJo!
All right. I know y'all looking at me like, look who just got off probation today, right? Right? I'm just kidding, man. My name is JoJo. How y'all feeling tonight? Y'all feeling good? That's what I like to see, man. I'm Puerto Rican. But I'm really a disgrace because I don't speak Spanish, you know what I mean? So they don't really like me. And plus, like, true Puerto Ricans drive stick shift cars. I drive automatic because it's easier to drink and drive that way. You see what I'm saying? So, but like, I don't speak Spanish, but like, you ever notice how Puerto Ricans always use sound effects whenever like they're in a story or something? Like a Puerto Rican will never tell you a story like, yo, I'm driving down 75, my car's making a funny noise. No, he's gonna give you everything he's got. He's gonna be like, papi, I'm driving down 75, pero oh. Right? The car start making funny noise, pero wah, 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 wah. Right? It sounds like my wife, pero worse, pero wah, 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 right? I pull over, I say, beep. I call the tow truck, he come, he back it up, pero beep, 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 beep. He chain it up, sing, sing, he get out of there, right? Everything is a sound effects with them, right? Another thing about being Puerto Rican you may not know is the toughest person in your house is your grandma, right? Like, I don't know about y'all, when y'all think of the word thug, you probably think the dude who performed before me, right? But, When I think of the word thug, I think of my grandma. My grandma's the hardest thing on earth. My grandma's the type of person, she don't believe in accidents. You know what I mean? Like, you can call her right now and be like, yo, JoJo just got hit by a car. Her response is, pero why is he playing in the street? Doesn't he know he got to look both ways when you cross that road? That's a stupid boy, you know? For real, I'm not kidding. Y'all remember that boy who fell in the gorilla pit in Cincinnati, right? It was crazy. Everybody screaming, oh my God, get this kid out of there. Listen, if that was me and my grandma, she would have told everybody, hey, quiet, okay? Look it. He wants to be a monkey? Now he's a monkey. Look at him go. Look at that monkey go. My grandma, I'm telling you, she'll sing a song and everything. She'll be like, one little monkey jumping out that thing. He sees a real monkey, now he want to scream. But what's wrong with this child, right? I'm not playing. Listen, my grandma go to a funeral talking about, look, he deserves to die. And you be like, Grandma, how can you say something like that? She talking about, I don't want to hear it. Listen, he's a piece of crap. He never cook. He never clean. He want to drink, smoke. He want to party all the time. He want to cheat on his wife. He's a piece of crap. But you see his family over there? Now, before I continue, what I did right there was I pointed with my mouth, because see, us Puerto Ricans, when we talk crap, we point with our mouths, we don't point with our hands. So she's like, you see everybody over there? Pero they sad, they miss him, they're crying. Pero me, I'm happy, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that was my grandpa's funeral, so it's like, dang. You know what I'm saying? See, my grandma was really tight at my grandpa because he had cheated on her with a white chick, right? So she's like mega racist towards white women. And since she beat me the most, I made it my lifelong duty to marry a white chick. Y'all thank me, you know what I'm saying? I did it. But see, the thing is, my wife, she's white, but she's not like National Love Your Pets Day white. You know what I mean? She's more like, I just walk around barefoot everywhere I go, you know? She's from North Fort Myers. Give it up for her, you know what I mean? I love her, though. Oh, man. Who remembers the first song they ever learned as a child? You right there. You look like you're 14. Okay. I give them time. But the first song that I ever learned as a child was LL Cool J's Doing It Well. Who knows this song? Okay, we got one person. So for y'all who don't know this, it's a very sexual song, right? It goes a little something like, doing it and doing it and doing it well. It's the first time together, and I'm feeling kind of horny. Conventional methods of making love kind of bores me, right? But the thing is that I couldn't be LL Cool J. I had to be the chick of the song. So I was the one who was like, for real, I was the one who was like, I'm going to call you Big Daddy and scream your name. Matter of fact, I can't wait for your candy rain, right? For real, and my parents thought this was the funniest thing ever. They would get drunk and all that and get into it, right? Singing with us. They'd be singing, they'd be like, no doubt, I'm the player that you're talking about. So then I'm here performing. I see them with that energy. I'm like, shoot, I got to match that energy. So I come with it. I'm like, ooh, but do you really think that you could work it out? You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you it's real. I'm not kidding. That's my life, man. And that's when I knew I was going to be an entertainer. McCurdy's, y'all have been so much fun tonight. Y'all keep it going. Thank you so much.
JoJo Cillus, everybody. Very nice job. And now please help me welcome to the stage your next performer. Give it up for Marie Williams, everybody. Marie!
McCurdy's, what's going on? Oh my God, I'm glad to be here. I look and sound like a hungover lesbian English school teacher. I'm like, sit down, kids, and turn off the lights. We're watching the fucking Lion King. It's the closest thing you guys are gonna get to Shakespeare all day, okay? Oh man, I am glad to be here. I like doing comedy a lot. But if I could be absolutely anything and get paid $1 million to do it, I would be a siren from Greek mythology. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically a mermaid lady who hangs out on a rock all day with her titties out, and she sings songs to sailors about their hopes and dreams, and when they come close enough, she drowns them and eats their flesh. Like, I do all that stuff anyways, I might as well make a buck off of it. When I'm feeling down, one of my favorite things to do is look up Yelp reviews for local pizzerias, because it's a really fun and innovative way for New Yorkers to really let you guys know that they are from New York Every single Yelp review is like that, and they're all mean. They're all like negative. Every review from them is like, this pizza sucks. It's nothing like the pizza from New York. You can tell the ingredients aren't pure. And I'm like, dude, you moved to Florida. Okay? This is crime's winter home. The purest thing you're gonna get here is heroin. You need to calm down and lower your expectations a little bit. And by the way, heroin on Yelp is 5 stars across the board, baby. We're number 1. Oh boy. Yeah. Well, I could tell you guys are a sophisticated crowd. So I've had sex before, and I have. It's true. Yep. And I've come across a scientific discovery, if you guys will allow me to indulge you on this, okay? Guys who used to be on the bigger side but lost a lot of weight eat pussy like they're trying to get the weight back. This is a scientific fact. Not sure why this is, but you can fund my further research at www.gofundme.com/eat my pussy like you're gonna get type 2 diabetes. My personal hypothesis is that they're imagining they're digging into like a McDonald's apple pie, like, oh fuck, I miss this so much. Like, just my personal. I've had intercourse with guys who are in shape, you know, and I won't do it again. Like, I need somebody who also gets tired. Like, I stop halfway through, he stops halfway through. That's feminism, okay? Also, my body is kind of weird. I look like a 15-year-old whose diet solely consists of Costco rotisserie chickens. Like, I need somebody on the same level as me. And I do. I do have a boyfriend. And, he's my age. I don't think I could date somebody who's a lot older than me because, there is a generational gap between older and younger people, right? Like, when I joke about wanting to kill myself, I don't want concern. I want camaraderie. Okay? I don't need somebody to be like, are you okay? I need somebody to be like, me too! Life is an angry white boy that just lost at beer pong, and we are the drywall he's about to punch a hole through. What do you want for dinner, bitch? Like, that's the kind of love I need in my life, guys. I have a vibrator, and it sounds like a leaf blower. It's real loud. It's not supposed to sound like that. Like, it got so bad at one point I couldn't hear the plot to Russian Doll on Netflix anymore. I was like, I gotta fix this. Also, I mean, and it's really expensive too. It's a body wand, so I can't just replace it. Do you guys know what those are? They used to sell them at Brookstone. Remember Brookstone? It was basically a shittier Best Buy that exclusively sold stuff for when you didn't know what to get your dad for Christmas. They sold them right next to memory foam slippers and stuff. And I was like, they're really expensive. They're $80, but it's worth every penny because think about how much money you've spent on people who haven't made you come. Yeah. That's why I don't pay my taxes anymore, okay? Government hasn't made me come once. That's a one-sided toxic relationship. Give it up for your amazing host, I've been Marie Williams.
Marie Williams, everybody. If you're keeping score, Marie Williams. And now please help me welcome to the stage your next performer. Give it up for Jarrett Moore, everybody. Jarrett!
Do you guys think that gay babies are just up in the pussy? Like, ugh, yuck. Gross. Yeah, I used to hate dating in high school. That was always a bummer because you always had to meet the girl's father, and they would just do weird things to intimidate you. Just say things like, whatever you do to her, I'm going to do to you. Which is just a grown man threatening to rape a young boy. I don't know why that's acceptable. Like, if you reverse the genders, no one would tolerate that. Just some girl comes over to pick up your son, just like, hey, you touch his dick, come back for daddy now, you hear? Just like, what the that man would be in prison. That would not be okay. Yeah, I'm worried about pedophiles, though. I know I'm 22, but I still like to think I'm a little something, a little treat. I was walking down the street the other day, and some guy stopped his car. He's like, hey, I can't find my dog anywhere. Have you seen my puppy? I'm like, Still got it. Still got some game. Thank you. All right, enough with the gay stuff. I think makeup sex, that's the best type of sex, if you ask me. Getting all dolled up, going down to the truck stop, tricking dudes out of $15. Nothing better than that. It's not gay if you're making money. We're in a recession. No, it looks like there's not going to be any more truck drivers anymore. By like 2030, with automation, all the self-driving cars, there's not going to be any more truckers. And that's just going to have such an impact on the whole economic ecosystem. Because you get rid of all the truck drivers, who's going to be killing all these prostitutes? If you remove the natural predator from society, we'll be overrun with whores. Sarah Palin up in a helicopter shooting them with sniper rifles, like stray wolves. Yeah, so I like drinking alone, and it's not a not sad way to say that, but it's happy. I drink daiquiris by myself. They have little umbrellas in them, and you don't really need the umbrellas in the daiquiri. It's a happy drink. You should put umbrellas in scotch. That way it keeps your drink from being watered down by the tears of a man losing his house in a divorce. That's the drink you need. And you don't have to find a ride home if you're drinking alone. I always hate that. Like, you drink too much, you have to stay the night at your friend's house. And they always give you the guest blanket, and it's like the shittiest blanket. Like, it's always itchy. They give you some Trail of Tears SARS quilt. It's like their grandma made it during the Great Depression out of old Brillo pads. Like, feel the arthritis on it. And it's always too short, too. Like, it comes up to here, so you're like, oh, it must be the wrong way. So then you turn it, and then it's even shorter. And you're like, I am just going to drink and drive. This is not worth it. By my house, there's a car that was outside of a law office. They have a car that was in a drunk driving accident, just crushed like a tin can. And they have a sign next to the last text message they sent. Is like, oh, I only had 3 drinks. I'm okay to drive. Which was sad, but if I was a car dealership, I'd use that as an advertising point. Put a brand new truck right next to it. It says, I had 12 drinks and plowed into a Kia Sorento. I'm perfectly fine. Dodge Ram, drunk driver tested, drunk driver approved. Drink and drive tonight, folks. All right. I'm going to hell. Not for any of these jokes, those were killers, but I'm doing a show in Arcadia next week. Shithole. Last time I was there, I was just trying to relate to the audience, just asking them. I was like, hey, who here has been arrested? A couple people wooed, but then one guy with long gray hair and a Metallica t-shirt just kind of quietly raised his hand. I'm like, oh, fuck, what did you do? He goes, well, no, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, come on, what'd you do? He goes, I mean, they called it grave robbing. I'm like, what did you call it? He goes, well, how long do you have to wait until you consider it archaeology? I'm like, I can't believe that didn't work in court. I have a question. Did creepy old men used to be creepy young men? Or did they just reach a certain point where they're like, you know what? It's creepy time. And start getting weird. They're just sitting alone in a Red Lobster one day. The dam finally breaks. Like, I can't take it anymore. I'm commenting on the waitress's feet. So cute and little. Probably like a size 3. Anyway. No, I had a creepy moment recently. I went shopping with my girlfriend. We went to Victoria's Secret, and they had a mannequin there. It had like a jacket with sequins on it. It's like one color one way, then you brush it and it changes colors. And I was OCD about it, so I was trying to get it all the same color. And I get so focused on it, I don't notice that my girlfriend walks away. So I'm just the guy alone in a Victoria's Secret, just caressing mannequins. Like, sir, can I help you? I'm like, huh? No, I'm not shopping. I'm good. Oh, wow. Yeah, terrified of getting my girlfriend pregnant. I feel like it's way too easy to make a baby. There's only 2 ingredients. It's ridiculous. It should be at least as difficult as it is to make a cheesecake. You know? So I've never gotten blackout drunk and made a cheesecake with a woman I didn't love. All right. Jarrett Moore. Thank you guys very much. Get up for Johnny Hobbs.
Jarrett Moore, everybody. In case you're keeping score, Jarrett Moore. Now, please put your hands together for your next performer. Give it up for Vien Foman. Vien Foman.
You can call me Vien. Johnny's going to have a stroke pronouncing my name one of these days. My name is Laotian, and you can probably see why I hated my name growing up. It kind of sucks having a weird foreign name going to school. The other kids would constantly make fun of me. And I actually developed this irrational hatred for this kid in my class named Joe Smith. His name was so simple, and it made me so jealous. And his name wasn't even Joseph, it was just Joe. His parents were like, J-O-E, we're done. Like they were paying for the letters. My name wasn't just awkward socially. It's 20 letters long, so it's actually a disadvantage academically. Like on the SAT, You guys remember the SAT? You had to bubble in your answers on the Scantron sheet. One year I remember taking the SAT and JOE was sitting right in front of me. I looked up, he's halfway through the test. I'm still bubbling in my name. And I know they did that on purpose. The SAT's racist. It's designed to oppress Laotians. I showed them, I destroyed Joe on the SAT. Of course. Because I'm Asian. I actually had a lot of issues in school. I had to go to ESL class. ESL is English as a second language, and it's a program for foreign kids so they can learn English and get through school. And I think it's a great idea. Here's the problem. I don't speak any other languages. I showed up at school, first day of school, they saw a quiet Asian kid with a weird name, and they're like, ESL. And this is not a joke. This went on until 5th grade. I actually had kids in school now, and school is totally different now. The other day I had to go online and order their lunches, and I was amazed by how many choices there are. There's choices for like nut allergies and gluten sensitivity. And I remember when I was in school, everyone had the same crappy lunch. There were no choices. You always had a carton of milk, and half the time lunch was like this bad frozen pizza, right? And I realized I'm lactose intolerant. And it literally just dawned on me why my entire childhood, every single day, I had diarrhea. I would have been the valedictorian, except the second half of my school day, all of my energy went into like clenching. So I did okay. I ended up being a doctor, which is true. But I'm not sure I actually wanted to be a doctor growing up. It's more like I have Asian parents and I don't know what the other options are. Like, my parents weren't like, positive. They weren't like, you should go into medicine so you can help people. They were actually kind of scary. They would say stuff like, if you don't get into medical school, you'll end up massaging creepy old men. So I chose to go to medical school. I ended up being an ear, nose, and throat doctor, which is kind of weird. I listen to people talk about snot and mucus all day long. It wasn't my first choice. I wanted to be like a neurosurgeon or a plastic surgeon, something cool, but there was a tragedy that affected me that didn't allow me to do that. That tragedy is racism. If you're brown and you go into medicine, they limit you to a field that involves some kind of leakage. Why do you think all the Indian doctors are gastroenterologists? It's not because they were little kids that wanted to grow up and shove cameras up people's butts. It's because they're brown, racism, leakage. People are weird when you're a doctor. They think they can talk to you about whatever and not gross you out. You're wrong. I don't want to hear about your anus or your penis or your vagina or if there's fungus on any of those things. A neighbor of mine came up to me one time and started this really weird conversation, and I don't know if someone misinformed her that I was a vagina doctor, but I'm not. She starts telling me about these recurring vaginal yeast infections, like in way too much detail. And the problem is there wasn't enough small talk leading up to it. I didn't think we were there. I felt rushed. I couldn't get a word in. I had to listen to this whole thing. And the entire time I was like, how do I get this person never to speak to me again? So this is what I did. I said, let me take a look. I took a look, and then I said, ew, gross. And then I just walked away. Thanks, guys.
Vien Foman. It's taken me 6 weeks to get that name right. Jesus. Vien, everybody, in case you're keeping score. And now please help me welcome to the stage your next performer. Give it up for Stephen Henry, everybody. Stephen!
Hey guys, how's it going? As you can tell, I have the hair of a Pilates instructor and the body of a man who's strongly advised to stay the hell away from that Pilates class. My doctor was like, you do not bend. I'm like, damn right, physically or on my opinions. I know what I look like. I look like I majored in World of Warcraft, but I actually majored in Dungeons and Dragons. And those books do not resell for shit. Should not roll the dice on that. I also, it should be pretty clear by now, I am divorced. I'm so divorced. I'm super divorced. I'm divorced. Is it uncomfortable? Great. I'm divorced. I know it's kind of hard to believe that someone married me. Probably harder still to believe that they gave all this up. But being divorced, it's not that bad. It means I got all sorts of new options, by which I mean I have new box to check on applications. Like it's gone from single to married. Ooh, divorced. Oh, widowed. I wish it was widowed. Damn it. I could kind of tell we were going to get divorced because before we did, we were flirting with the idea of being swingers. She got a huge head start, though. Like, she put up some numbers. I mean, goddamn. I think she has like a Chamberlain legacy. I'm pretty sure at some point she was going through the South Side with a bell, like a town crier for dick, like, bring out your dicks. Maybe that's not fair. Maybe it was a train whistle, like, boop, all aboard, and they were, man. Cord her out. So yeah, I've been dating now, which is interesting because people talk about dating, they talk about having types. Not me. I don't have those kind of luxuries. I don't really get the pick of the litter. I more get the strays from the alley. It's my speed. I love the rescues, you know? I would say if I had a type, it's probably type 2. Very sweet man like that. For me, though, it's less about looks. I like a girl for her personality, though. Like, I like a girl with personality. I like a girl who's a bit eccentric. I like a girl who's got bipolar disorder. That's right where I'm at. I love my girls like the bottom of a Cracker Jack box, entirely nuts, you know? It's the best. I was dating this girl this one time. She was a perfect example of that because she was always flirting with the idea of being a lesbian. And like that messed with me because I can never be what she wants. I can never be that. Because I could never lose my sense of humor. I would be a terrible lesbian. It's not for lack of eating pussy. So it's integrated in my diet. So I went. You guys are fun. I went to the doctor recently, and she said to me, she said, "Hey, it looks like you used to be on antidepressants." And I was like, "What told you that? My chart or my face?" One of the worst parts about depression isn't even just the crippling and unending suffering. It's when people say they're depressed when they mean they're sad. Very different emotion, you know? Like, sad happens for a reason. Depression, not at all, right? Like, if you go to a funeral and you're crying, perfectly appropriate time to be sad, right? But if you're looking at the casket and you're like, always a pallbearer, never a corpse, you might have a touch of depression. I mean, a mild case. There's a couple more examples, like you're sad when your dog runs away. You're depressed when your dog runs away and you're kind of convinced you found a better family. Like with name brand milk bones and everything. Or like you're sad when you forget where you parked your car. You're depressed when you forget where you parked your car and oh no, it's at the bottom of a lake with you in it. And this is a tricky one. You're sad when you kind of just want to put a gun in your mouth, but you're depressed and you're like, what's the point? What I'm going to shoot anyway? All my dreams are dead. So I'm doing all right. Because I had some good news the other day. I saw this sign. I'm not breaking into Ace of Base. I saw a sign. It was on the side of a pawn shop. It just had a big picture of a shotgun. And it said, if you bring in a gun, we'll give you money. And I was like, that's not that novel. Like, banks have the same policy. Honestly, most businesses have that policy. If you bring in a gun most places and you're like, what do you give me for this? Like, everything. Thank you guys so much. You've been great. I'm Stephen Henry.
Stephen Henry, everybody. If you're keeping score, Stephen Henry. And now please help me welcome to the stage your next performer. Give it up for Dre Fryer, everybody. Dre Fryer!
Hey, everybody. I'm Dre. I'm from the Midwest. Anybody from the Midwest? Yeah. We got a lot of fun phrases we like to say in the Midwest. My favorite of all time has got to be whoop. Just O-P-E. Means absolutely nothing. It's kind of used to convey like mild shock or surprise, you know? Like, whoop. There's a knock at the door. Or, whoop. who ate all the cheese curds before I even got any? Or, whoop, I'm gonna come. That's what it's like having sex with a Midwesterner. It's thrilling. I recently got a massage, and because I'm single and I miss being touched. When I got there, they made me sign this thing that said that I would not make any sexual advances towards the massage therapist. I was like, this is for the dudes, right? I'm a grown woman. I can keep it in my pants, you know? This isn't gonna be a problem for me. And then Jeremy, the tall, muscular, olive-skinned massage therapist, walked in. My water broke. Realized maybe this is gonna be a problem for me, you know? Then he put me in a room, told me to take off all my clothes. I was like, I wished I hadn't signed a fucking thing, sir. So if you get a legitimate massage in Florida, you can get a lot of illegitimate massages if you want. If you get a legitimate one, it's like the weirdest room you're not allowed to have an orgasm in, right? It's like aromatherapy candles, super high thread count sheets. I'm naked. There's a dude in there asking me about my limits. Like limits? I don't know, halfway up the forearm. Probably definitely where I draw the line, you know, that seems like enough. But it was the best 60 minutes of my life ever, right? 60 minutes are up. Jeremy looks me right in the eyes. He puts his hand on my shoulder. He's like, I would really love to work together again. I would really love to blow you. That's what I wanted to say, but I signed the fucking thing, you know? So I couldn't. So instead, I just signed up for the premium elite platinum package. Get a massage every 4 hours now if I want. My paycheck goes like directly into Jeremy's account. I feel like it's worth it though, you know. Speaking of treating yourself, I also recently got my first spray tan. Not today, obviously. It's my first one though. I was feeling kind of bougie. I was like, let me spring for that fancy kind of spray tan where you go naked, alone, in a room with somebody, and they like airbrush your shitty body. I'm normally fine with my body. I mean, I'm not thrilled. You guys aren't thrilled either. It's fine. But I never was as insecure as I was at that moment, just standing naked in front of a high school student. Just like trying to simultaneously hold my stomach up, like my thighs out. She'd get this area for some reason. Like, I don't know what you're supposed to do with a tan vagina. I don't think I did any of the shit you're supposed to do, though, you know. It's kind of a quiet, lonely moment when you're both questioning all modern standards of beauty and every shitty caloric choice that you ever made, you know. I'm missing a couple fingers on my left hand, which is fun, you know. And whenever I go on a first date or meet somebody new, I always like to make up some kind of crazy story about how I lost them. So why the fuck not, you know? I was out with this guy recently. He asked me what happened to him. I said, have you ever heard of vagina dentata? He's like, Jesus, what is that? So, well, it's this thing where your vagina grows teeth. I found out I had it the first time I tried to masturbate. Also, the last time I tried to masturbate, like, that was enough of that, you know? And he looked disgusted, like he's getting up ready to leave. I was like, dude, sit down, just relax. Like, we can still do anal. That's how you get a second date. My name's Dre Fryer. Thank you guys so much.
Dre Fryer, everybody! Dre Fryer, and now, please help me welcome your final performer of the night. Give it up for Jay Coleman, everybody. Jay Coleman!
Good evening. I'm I'm 27, man, and I just noticed that, it's a lot of judgment going on now with my generation. We get labeled by our gender, by our race. Older people keep telling us what to do. I was a victim, too. I went to go see my dietitian, and I was waiting on, I'm on the little parchment paper that they have you sit on like you're about to be baked, just waiting to get my blood result back. And she comes in and she says, "Okay, Mr. Coleman, are you ready to talk about being obese?" On paper, actually. She says, "I don't think I understand." I said, "Yeah, I don't really identify as obese. I'm trans weight." Oh, she says, "Oh, Mr. Coleman, I don't think you understand. If we look at your BMI," it's like, "Yeah, I don't really believe in numbers like that. I'll tell you what I got. I can still run, and I still have my neck in the front. So obviously, you got the wrong chart, I think." And you know what, though? I do realize I need to lose a little weight, but there's nowhere where you can go and have like a support group. I tried to go to a Weight Watchers meeting. That's female driven. So here's how I got kicked out. We're sitting in this little circle of trust, and everybody's talking about why they want to lose weight. And you're supposed to be able to be honest and really, dig deep. The lady before me was talking about, "Oh, I just want to, regain my confidence, and I think if I can, have self-esteem again, it'll reignite my marriage." So I was like, "All right, I can top that." So it's my turn. She says, "All right, Jay, go ahead. You can share. Be honest." I was like, "You sure?" She's like, "Yep. I want a more presentable dick." She said, "Excuse me? I mean, it's not really the dick, it's the backdrop. Need to work on, I need more oohs and ahs and less, I'm tired of having to work out logistics when I take off my pants. That's too personal. All right. Yeah, man. One thing about being bigger is like you don't really know when it's time to give certain stuff up. Like I can't really have sex and missionary without my arm shaking. Just me. I'm alone. All right. I'm living my truth. It's fine. But I'm petty, because, you don't really want to hear laughing in the bedroom. That's the last thing you want to hear. Maybe like, "That's not it." But other than that, shouldn't be no giggling going on, I feel like. So I was like, "I tell you what, since it's so funny, won't you get on top and you see how much work it is?" And she's like, "That's fine. You lay down." So I was like, "Cool." I knew I was in trouble because when she got up there, she immediately got on her toes, okay? Those are professionals, on the toes. Remember that. Knees, because you asked. Toes, I'm going to kill you. So I knew I wasn't in control because she kind of like grabbed the sheet and wrapped her hand around like she was about to ride a bull for 8 seconds. And then she started making this noise that let me know I was no longer in control, okay? It was kind of like a, yeah! Yeah! I'm not gonna lie to y'all, my titties was in the wind, okay? She hit me from the top, I'm getting hit from the bottom. It's just, I had like 3 contusions. Yeah, I broke up with her after that because you don't treat me like that. I'm the man. You've emasculated me with your, I don't even know how you do that. So, relationships are tough, right? I mean, I'm single, obviously, because I got kind of assaulted. And I think new relationships are so tough because it's like when 2 people sit down for the first time to play checkers is what I like to say is like figuring out your relationship. It's like, "Hey, ma'am, you can't do that. That's against the rules." Well, that's how we did it in prison. Whatever you say is your rules then. It's your rules. It's your world. I'm just, all right. Man, y'all been cool, man. Y'all been all right. Y'all had a good show? All right. Well, that's been my time, guys.
Jay Coleman, everybody. And do me a favor, give it up for all 9 comics tonight that you saw on this stage here, giving it their best. And as you know, earlier I said to everybody, I passed out a ballot to you know what to do. Circle your 2 favorites. Put 1 next to your favorite, 2 next to your second favorite, and we're going to collect those up. and we have our judges, so we're going to be a little bit fair about this too, and then we're going to put all of that together, and we're going to figure out who's going to win this thing. And again, the winner tonight gets a cash prize. They get 5 minutes during a professional show here on this stage, and they get to be part of our podcast. And how about a nice hand for your servers tonight, your bartenders, the whole staff here at McCurdy's Comedy Theater. If you are finished with your ballot, just hold it up. It will be collected, and that way we're going to take a few minutes to tally those, see what our judges think. All right, there you go. Just stick them right up there, guys, and they're going to be collected. Now, in the meantime, while that's happening, I know some of you are broken off in discussions and everything else. That's good. Discussing this show, that's good. Did everybody have a good time tonight? Awesome. And what we're going to do while we're doing this, it's going to take about 10 minutes or so. Let me help you. Let me welcome this gentleman to the stage. He's going to do a few minutes for you to pass some time so we can count these up and see what our judges think. This gentleman actually got his start here at McCurdy's Comedy Theater. Now he's been working all over the Tampa Bay area, getting ready to take it to a whole nother level. Would you please help me welcome to the stage Mr. Mike Stevens, everybody. Mike Stevens!
Oh! McCurdy's, keep it going for Johnny Hobbs, the host. Yeah. 3 of you clapped, or not. Screw that guy, whatever. Y'all having fun tonight or what, huh? Man, I would hate to be a judge, man. This can be hard to judge. There's a lot of good comedy and comedians that went up there tonight, man. How many, by a round of applause, how many are here to support a particular comedian tonight? Man. And after that performance, are you still supporting that comedian? I'm glad you guys are, man. Because stand-up's weird. It's a weird job. It's weird telling people you're going to do stand-up, you know? Like I told my father I wanted to pursue stand-up comedy, and he wasn't supportive in the least bit. Yeah. Why? Because he's a good father. That's why. Yeah, you're not supposed to support your kid's dumbass ambitions in stand-up comedy. That's terrifying for a parent. Like, hey, Dad, college is for suckers, all right? I'm going to go around making tens of dollars a year telling dick jokes to strangers for their approval, you know? I told my mom, very supportive, because she's a bad mom, you know? She is. She's like, we're just happy you're leaving the house again. Making friends. Don't let them hurt you, you know? My brother, he doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. He went to college. You know, he graduated with honors. He's got a great job right now. Last week, he told me he had spoke to his new financial advisor, and things were looking good. I was like, new financial advisor? Is Mom okay? She still needs to do my taxes. This is not good. No, I'm glad you guys are here. Let me put it in perspective for you. This is the first time I ever got paid for stand-up comedy was at a strip club at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on Father's Day. Yeah. This sounds like a bullshit setup for a crappy joke. I wish it was. It's a real story. It was I would have rather had been a stripper that night. It was the worst idea for comedy ever. I was terrified. And there was just like one redeeming factor. I'm like, who's gonna come out to a strip club on Father's Day to watch stand-up comedy? Yeah, nobody. I was wrong. Shit was packed. They were fully prepared for this event. They had drink specials, like Who's Your Daddy martinis. I couldn't believe it. I was so scared. And then it hit me. I was like, there's a lot of broken homes in Bradenton. That's why they're here. Man, I was supposed to open up for Candy the stripper. That was the plan. Candy the stripper, which made a lot of sense because she looked like she ate a lot of candy, you know? Like Diabetic Deborah probably would have been a better name for her. Supposed to open up for her. The show was going as well as it probably could have gone. And then my buddy started walking around FaceTiming his father, wishing him happy Father's Day, which is nice, but it made all the strippers cry because they don't celebrate Father's Day the same way all of us do. Yeah, and I don't know if you've ever seen a stripper cry, but it's not sexy. No, it feels wrong. It feels like you're not supposed to be in the room with them, you know? It feels illegal. So the whole show's going to shit. And I have to do my time. I go up, try to tell my best knock-knock joke. I was like, knock, knock. I don't know, but it's not your daddy. Happy Father's Day. Yeah. Y'all took that way better than they did. I have not been invited back. It's crazy. Best gig I ever got, though. $100. I got $100 to do 5 minutes of material. $100. I left with negative $200, but still. It's a good time, man. It's crazy. Let me ask you, this has kind of been bothering me lately. I was hanging out with my friend the other night, and she just randomly asked me if I was autistic. That's exactly how I reacted. I didn't even know you could ask that question in public. It's scary. I didn't know how to answer either. I was like, autistic? No, I'm a Virgo. I don't understand the question. Then she tried to make me feel better. She's like, oh, I'm not saying, you're mentally challenged, Mike. I'm just saying you're definitely special. I don't know. Listen, I don't know if anybody has ever asked you if you were autistic, but it makes you reevaluate your life. Definitely puts things in perspective, Like, I've never been tested. Maybe I am on the spectrum. I don't have the resources or health insurance to try and disprove her theory. I know that. It's terrifying. Like, I thought everybody at Chili's got a coloring book. Nah, I was wrong. Yeah. Then the waiter spilled his drink on me, and I just counted the ice cubes. That one's for the comics. Fuck y'all. They like that one. Man. You ever look at somebody and think, that dude is either a serious drug addict or he's vegan? I can't tell the difference anymore. Either way, he's not getting the vital nutrients he needs to survive today's society. I do. I look at that dude, I'm like, his diet consists of either crack rocks and penises or like kale, Brussels sprouts, and penises. Like, I don't know what they eat, man. What is a vegan hot dog? I'm pretty sure that's innuendo for penis, Y'all got weird. Are there any vegans in here tonight? If you're too weak to clap, just raise your hands, people. I understand it. People think I hate vegans too. I don't hate vegans. It's just personal to me. My roommate is vegan. He's obnoxious. He's kind of a hypocrite, He's obnoxious because he's vegan, and he's a hypocrite because I'm pretty sure he's a cokehead. And I don't know how that works. It's one hell of a diet, though. Lost a lot of weight. He got super skinny, which was weird because he was already skinny, He's like 103 pounds of solid bone. He's killing it. He's actually here tonight. He's standing behind this microphone pole. I'm just kidding. I don't have a vegan cokehead roommate. That's ridiculous. Yeah, not anymore. He couldn't afford rent. Yeah, it wasn't what you thought it was either. Turns out a cocaine addiction is far more affordable than Whole Foods. What? Hey, man, thank you guys so much. Y'all are a wonderful audience. Let's give it up for these comics tonight, huh? Keep it going for Johnny Hobbs.
Mike Stevens, everybody. One more time for Mike Stevens. That is a tough spot. And speaking of tough, the judges had a very tough time tonight. These guys were wonderful. Another hand for these guys again, please. Yes. Woo! It was tough. It was tough, man. It really was for them. But we have a runner-up and we have a winner tonight. And because it was so damn close, the runner-up is actually going to come back and do a guest set on the main stage as well during a professional show. And I want the two to come up here when I announce them. Your runner-up tonight was Vien Foman. There he is. He's taking the scenic route, folks. He's taking the scenic route. And our winner tonight, there he is. Very nice job, Vien. And our winner tonight of a cash prize of $200 and also 5-minute guest set during the professional show and be part of the podcast. Give it up for JoJo Cillus, everybody. JoJo! Here he comes. JoJo and Vien, everybody. There you go. And give it up for everybody else again. Thank you guys for coming out. Take care of your servers tonight. Get us on the website. Are we doing a drawing tonight? We are? Okay. Did you guys fill out your cards? A little card? Oh, okay. Well, bring that bucket up here, man. We're going to do a little drawing, too, so someone's going to win a prize. So, and, man, was that exciting tonight or what, huh? Oh, my God. What a great show, man. These guys all deserve to be up here. And let's see, where's the bucket with all the names? We're going to draw for a prize. I'm not sure what that is yet, but let me tell you about some shows we got coming up, guys. This week we got Lynn Coplitz, great show. She's a little bit on the naughty side, but that's okay. She's really fun. She just had a Netflix special, Hormonal Beast, which is airing, and that's it. That's the winner. We just drew one, I guess. What's our prize? Do we know what our prize is? A laugh pack? Yes? Okay. We're going to do a laugh pack prize. Now, what a laugh pack is, it's 5 tickets, and each ticket is 2 admissions to a show, complimentary admissions to a show. So you will win that. And what I'm going to do, because we only got 4, you're going to give me your card. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these behind my back. I'm going to shuffle them really good because usually we have a bucket and we have a lot of names, but I know everybody was really excited. So our winner tonight for the Laugh Pack prize is Zach Abbott. Where are you, Zach? Obviously right there. So yeah, thank you guys again for coming out. Another hand for these guys. Thank you so much. Come back and see us again. Good night, everybody. And Zach, do you want to come get your prize? Where's Zach? There he is.